Hey everyone, and welcome back to the RedBeard Outdoors podcast. I'm Jonathan, your host, and here at RedBeard Outdoors, I talk about faith, family, fitness, and the outdoors because I've noticed that people who are consistently successful in life choose to incorporate those four things into their lives in some form or fashion. And as I go through my own life, learning how to be more successful and a better dad, better father, better son, better friend, better different hats that I'm wearing throughout the day, just better overall. I want to learn from those who have found a way to be consistently successful and then share that with you. So of course on Mondays we do the gear reviews just to scratch that itch of gear testing, gear nerding out. We're all gear junkies at heart to different degrees, right? We all go and look up the gear that we're wanting to purchase online. And so I add those reviews on YouTube. If you're not over there on the YouTube channel, definitely go subscribe to the YouTube channel. I definitely appreciate that. On Wednesdays like today, we do the solo episode where I share a quote, story, something along those lines just to get you through the rest of the week. And then, of course, Saturdays, I get to have those amazing conversations with men and women that are just crushing it, whether it be in the outdoors, fitness, with their families, and we get to learn new different perspectives from each of these individuals. So thanks so much again for tuning in, guys. This podcast is brought to you by some of our great sponsors and partners of the show: Alpen Fuel, Heather's Choice, BlackOvis, Ollin Digiscoping, A3 Archery Bow Strings, Kestrel Glassing Systems, Quattro Archery Stabilizers, Absolute Aid CBD Chewables, Affect Beard Oil, and of course, Phorm and Phorm Outdoors. And guys, we've got a new partner of the show. We've got Kryptek has officially been partnered up with the show, and I really, really appreciate the guys over there. I'm looking forward to doing some great work with them this year, bringing you guys some good content over there on Instagram and YouTube. And if you guys aren't part of RedBeard's Fit Crew and you're looking for a community to help you continue crushing your goals and doing the things that you need to do throughout the rest of 2023, definitely come join us over there. RedBeard's Fit Crew on Facebook and Phorm Outdoors Facebook group as well. Two of my favorite communities to be a part of on social media. All right, guys. Now that we've gotten through all the shout outs, and I really do appreciate everyone who is partnered up with the show, I'd like to get into a quote that I read this week, and it was in the book, The Masculinity Manifesto by Ryan Michler. If you guys know who Ryan Michler is, if you don't know who he is the founder of Order of Man. He's an amazing individual who just brings people on. He's got a podcast as well. He has a group called the Iron Council. If you're looking to better yourself as a man, whether that be as a dad, a spouse, a just overall better man in general, definitely go check his stuff out. And the book that I'm reading right now, because, being part of 75 Hard, you read 10 pages a day. And even when I'm not on program, guys, I really have learned to love reading again. And I have a couple books already lined up that I'm going to be reading after I finish this one. But the quote in here is by Phillips Brooks, and it states, "Do not pray for easy lives. Pray to be stronger men. Do not pray for tasks equal to your powers. Pray for powers equal to your task. Then the doing of the work shall be no miracle, but you shall be the miracle." So I'm going to break that down a little bit, guys, because in today's day and age, it can be easy to either find yourself overwhelmed, overstimulated, something along those lines. You say yes to too many things. Maybe you feel like you've got some trials that are a little too difficult for you. Whatever it may be that you feel overwhelmed with, it can be easy to ask for that easy route, the easy way out. And the easy way out is to pray to have an easy life. But you really don't want an easy life, because an easy life is boring. An easy life, you're not proud of who you are. You're not proud of any accomplishments. You become overweight because an easy life, the way I picture an easy life is you don't have to work, you collect a check, you sit on the couch, you do nothing. To me, that sounds miserable. You're living through other people's lives. You're watching videos on YouTube, Netflix, whatever it may be, scrolling through Instagram, Facebook, and you're living through other people's lives. But you don't actually get to go out and experience these things. And that's something that I don't think anyone truly wants, men or women. I don't think anyone really wants an easy life. Not any of the people that I hang around with anyway. Yes, sometimes the pain of working out, or maybe cutting out some calories to lose some body fat, or not eating that extra piece of cake, whatever. Some of that can be painful. It can be a little annoying, frustrating sometimes. But in all reality, you don't want to have an easy life, because an easy life just doesn't seem fun. So, of course, it says, do not pray for an easy life. Pray to be stronger men. So men, this is obviously speaking to men specifically, but also just men and women in general. Pray to be stronger. Pray to have the power equal to the task, not the other way around. Don't pray that your task will be lowered to your current easiness, level of comfort. Don't do that, because then you don't grow. You know, I was talking with my youngest son about this. He gets a lot of leg pains, growing pains, and so we talk about why that's necessary, and we try and look at it as a good thing. Obviously, it's not a good thing in those moments when he's in pain, and you know, we've been able to work through some of that and making sure he's hydrated, has had enough nutrition. We've got a massage gun, a Theragun that we love to use. We'll put that on his legs. That seems to help. You know, we've got various things that we do to help him through that. But in the moment of the pain, I've been trying my best to explain to him that that's him growing. Also in life, you know, if you're wanting your muscles to grow, you have to put yourself through the pain of hypertrophy or more volume, where you're actually breaking down that muscle. You're hurting the muscle so that it will build back up stronger and be able to withhold that weight that you were lifting this go around. You know, I don't know of anything where you grow that isn't a little painful. You know, when I had braces are not without pain. You know, you're growing into a better smile. I love my smile and my bite now. I appreciate it now, but during the year and a half, 2 years that I had the braces, I didn't necessarily like it. It was painful. It was annoying. It was frustrating, but now I really do appreciate it. There were times where on my mission, you know, for those of you that don't know, I'm LDS, or member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. You may also know us as Mormons. I served a 2-year mission down in Mexico, and there were many days that were not easy. I had to get out of my comfort zone. I had to learn another language. I wasn't fluent in Spanish when I went down there, but now it blesses my life every single day. I mean, recently we went down to Cancun, and we got a bomb of a trip. It was amazing. We were able to pick and choose where we wanted to go, and it was probably half the price as if we had gone through an actual chartering company, because I was able to speak Spanish and treat the driver with respect and not as a separate person, but include him in the group, have conversations with him about him and his family and his goals, and just use that language to bridge that gap. But it was painful. I remember the headaches that I had when I was on my mission learning Spanish. I told myself I'm not going to read anything in English anymore. I think I had my dictionary there to be able to learn some words if I really couldn't figure it out through context clues, as I was reading through scriptures and other works that were in Spanish, and I wanted to learn the language. I remember concentrating so hard during conversations with people, anything from a 2-year-old to a teenager to an adult to a grandparent, and having headaches, not being able to sleep at night because I was so concentrated. And I realized it was the tension headache of me just being like leaning into the conversation, literally physically leaning in, scrunching my brow, and just trying to focus so hard on the conversation to learn. That was painful, but I grew, and now I'm fluent in 2 languages. Can't say I've mastered even English, but I'm absolutely fluent in English and Spanish. And then if you want to ask any of my friends or family, I'd say sarcasm as well in both languages. But I grew through the pain. Think of anything that you have grown in yourself, whether that be in school, in your career, physically, emotionally. There was some pain and discomfort for you to be able to grow and change. It's not easy to make changes. And that's the point. You don't want to have an easy life, because an easy life means no growth. An easy life is a waste of a life. You don't want things to be easy. You want to enjoy them. And most things that I enjoy, that really bring me happiness, that bring my kids happiness, are not the things that are just easy. Even my son, for playtime, he wants to wrestle. It's not always easy. That can be painful sometimes. You get a foot in the wrong place, or, whatever it may be. But going back to the idea of growth, you want to grow. And to grow, you have to experience discomfort and pain and get out of your comfort zone. So going back to the quote, do not pray for tasks equal to your powers. Pray for powers equal to your tasks. So think about any task that you have coming up, whether that be, again, at home. If you are a stay-at-home parent, more power to you. The task of raising children, of keeping a home clean and orderly, that's a huge task. That is a big task. Pray for powers equal to that task. Not task equal to what you want to do. Because the natural person, and I'm included in this, does want to just sit back, relax, and do nothing and have it all brought to you. But that doesn't last very long, if at all. So then, the rest of the quote is, then the doing of the work shall be no miracle, but you shall be the miracle. I love having conversations with some amazing individuals. I just recently had a conversation with Dana Monroe, who's going to be on the podcast. That's going to come out soon. Eric Chesser just came out this last Saturday, that conversation. Bert Soren, I just recorded a podcast with him a couple days ago. And all of these individuals, people look at them and like, oh man, how lucky it would be to be them. Some people may look at Cam Hanes and think that, or I don't think anyone thinks that about Goggins. I think everyone knows that he's been a grinder ever since the beginning of time. But, people look at these guys that get to go on these amazing hunts, or are in great physical shape, or work for these great companies, or own companies, or, all these people that get to do these great adventures and think, man, wouldn't it be nice? Well, you don't see the years and years and years and years and years of work that they've put in behind the scenes, that discomfort that caused that growth. Most people don't share that because you don't want to document it when you're in the middle of that pain and that growth period. So remind yourself of that next time you see someone that maybe you want to say, man, it would be nice to be that person, or, oh my goodness, that's awesome that they get to do that, or wow, they blew up overnight. I guarantee you peel back the layers, and that's not the case. That's not the case. So whatever you want in your life, go out, get after it. And that's why I always say the phrase, get out, literally get out of whatever you are. Get out of your comfort zone, get out of your house, get out of your circle, your echo chamber. Get out, go live your life and love it. Live it. Actively be a participant in your life and love it. Build a life that you love. During the growth phase, again, it may not be comfortable, but in those phases, communication will be key to those around you. And those that maybe don't want you to fall, or maybe want to kind of hold you back a little bit, or say be more realistic, maybe they're okay to be there to love, but they're not going to be the ones that you want to keep around in your circle because they're holding you back. Dream big, act on those dreams. If you're a religious person or you believe in a higher power, pray for the strength to be able to accomplish those tasks and more. Don't pray for the task to be easier. Pray for you to have the strength so that you can be the miracle because of your actions. Again, that's why I always say, get out, live your life, and love it. So now go do that. And that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I really appreciate you guys and your constant support. The podcast is growing. We are basically at 20,000 downloads now, and that's huge. And so I, again, really appreciate that. We've got today will be the last day. I'm considering extending it till Friday because we've had so much success, but today's officially the last day of the pre-orders for the hat. So if you want a hat, shoot me a message on Instagram. I'd be more than happy to get that over to you, the link to be able to get the hat, and we'll get them out ordered to you. I literally went through, guys, the thread shop and held the thread up to my beard to match my beard for the hat. So we put the final touches on it. The hats are going to be sweet. It's a charcoal gray hat, black mesh, Richardson 112, because I got a fat head, with my symbol on it. So thanks, guys, so much for the support. Go, again, join up RedBeard's Fit Crew, and then if you go over to First Phorm Outdoors and join that group as well, really the only two main groups I have on Facebook, and the only reason why I have Facebook anymore, let them know RedBeard sent you, and you guys have an amazing day. Thank you so much for your reviews. If you haven't yet, leave a review. Share this podcast with others. Tag me in your posts on Instagram or on Facebook. And have an amazing rest of your week. And of course, get out, live your life, and love it.